please. Hold, 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 please. Hello, babes. Welcome to Sunday Sips. I am Shannon, and you are watching BrownGirlBella. This is luxury news, beauty reviews, and a whole lot more. On Sunday, we take a topic. I go from bare face to, a little glam, little luxe, and show you all of the products that I'm using. And we usually talk about a particular topic. Today's topic, I particularly wanted to bring to you. It came to my attention a couple of days ago, and I started, as you know, as I do, researching this and went down the rabbit hole. And the more I pulled up about it, the more I felt in the pit of my stomach, really just nauseous about what has happened to UOMA Beauty. And I'm going to break it down and share with you what I know to date. The story is still unfolding, but a lot has happened, and I really wanted to bring this to you, particularly those of you like myself who are starting a business or may want to start a business. This is really going to be a master class on how to build your infrastructure first so that you have the right people around you to help you to make decisions and do what's right and best for your business. Otherwise, the vultures will come. The vultures will come. So before we begin, let me just shout out a few people who are in the house. Hey, Verns, I see you are the first one here. As always, thank you so much, sis, for coming in. Hey, Lou, you've been a regular fixture here. I really enjoy that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And hey, Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Hey, everybody. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟 Beauty. For those of you who are not aware of some of the 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟 Beauty products, I'm going to try to share some with you, but let me just first share my screen and tell you, if you are trying to look for the website is no longer available. So let me share with you what happens when you try to click on 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟 Beauty. So it says that this store is currently unavailable. I didn't even realize that they were on the Shopify platform, but again, if you are looking for this brand, it is no longer up and available. So that's the first thing. And then when you go and look for specific products, let me show you what happens then. So they do have some products on Selfridges, but as you see right here on the top, it's not available for delivery to the United States. And we'll get to the reason why it is not available to the United States and only exclusively available to the UK. We're going to get to why that is as I go through this story. So, yeah. Oh, oh is right. Oh is right. No, no, it's not the ingredients. It's not the ingredients, Sharon. All right, so let me get into what's been happening. So, 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟 Beauty, pronounced 𝕊𝕦, means beautiful in Nigeria. And the philosophy behind 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟 Beauty was that they believe that beauty starts the moment you decide to be yourself. They exist to rewrite the rules of inclusivity, exclusivity, and diversity, and create a world of beauty that is truly for all of us. 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟 Beauty is the most inclusive Black-owned beauty brand. So even in their shade ranges, from foundations to concealers, they were one of the most inclusive brands for Black beauty. So this was a trailblazing Black-owned color cosmetics brand that was founded in 2019 by Sharon Chutter. Sharon is the founder and a Nigerian native. She also was, for many years, a part of 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟 and she was one of the precipitous of that whole movement that talked about opening up who was of Black descent and African Americans who were in beauty, and charged other companies to open up their inclusiveness to include Black people in their hires and in their R&D, and at really all levels of business when it came to beauty. And so a lot of that is still going on today, as you see from Sephora, from Ulta, and other big brands. They have really started opening up doors and opportunities for people of color. And that really started from Sharon really raising the mantle for us and really trying to push that across the beauty industry. So as I showed you, they have shut down its website and limited operations of the brand. Sharon stepped down from her role as CEO of UOMA Beauty in May of last year and announced on Instagram that she had relinquished all operational involvement in UOMA Beauty and choosing instead to focus on the creative and product development of the brand. Sharon described this, as I am describing the situation, as a cautionary tale of the realities of what founders have to suffer quietly with investors and why we are seeing more and more exodus of founders and consequently a decline in innovation. Her departure comes after Shutter said she began to feel a burnout from 17 years of the quote unquote corporate grind. She had been going hard and forgot about herself in the process. And she said that building a global brand with no co-founder is no easy task. So I also found out that Sharon was also admitted to the hospital in January over stomach-related health concerns. She said she lost over 10 pounds in 1 week, and the doctors thought at first that it was stomach cancer, but luckily it was not. And she's been forced into a medical leave that also kind of was the precipitous of everything that happened. Now, what's going on is that a former head of operations for Benefit Cosmetics is now going to be, she was also the former head of operations for Benefit Cosmetics. What she says now is she plans to work on creative campaigns. She wants to work on recuperating, focusing on self-care, and also working on product ideas for UOMA Beauty. Again, she established this business in 2018. It launched in 2019, and she really started it as a desire to fill a gap in the beauty market for products which were better suited for women of color. The business then launched in the UK. That's going to be important in a moment. And then exclusively with Selfridges. That link that I showed you where the product is available, that was the Selfridges link. Again, she was also that catalyst for the online initiative, that Pull Up or Shut Up, that started in June of 2020. And she was really like one of the more vocal components of that whole movement. And that was the intention to really hold companies accountable for publicly declaring how many Black employees the organization had in its leadership capacities. It started out as like a 72-hour Instagram campaign focusing on highlighting this. And then it exploded and expanded into a permanent educational platform. What has happened since then has been nothing short of, in my mind, really sickening. This is a business that had collaborations with Coming to America, which was historic for a cosmetic brand to be an exclusive partner for a major motion picture, Coming to America 2. And they also were a part of the relaunch of The Little Mermaid, which featured Halle Bailey. They were an exclusive partner with that project as well. So these are two big blockbuster movies that UOMA Beauty was a part of. And everything, all systems, all things pointed to that this was going to be a company that was moving up in the world. It was rising in terms of recognition in the beauty community. It was heralded by a lot of beauty insiders as the next big thing. And it just collapsed. A private equity firm named MacArthur Beauty has since acquired the assets of the brand. And they have purchased the name, the trademark, and all of the intellectual properties of UOMA Beauty. So in essence, MacArthur Beauty now owns UOMA Beauty. How did that happen? How did a founder who prided herself on, making this for people of color and really was a staunch supporter and really focused on this fact, how did her company end up in the hand of two Caucasian men who have since taken over her brand? What happened is a couple of things. One, the inclusive label had struggled to capitalize on its early success, which in 2022, they had garnered over 15 million sales. And most recently, what has started the backlash of UOMA Beauty. And I'm going to start putting on my makeup now. Hello to everybody who is in. I'll stop in a moment just to, just check on you all and to see what comments you have. But I really want to get these thoughts out. And I'm just going to start putting on my makeup. I'm not going to go through what I am putting on because everything that I'm going to use is going to be in the description box below. So feel free to check that out if you want to use any of these products that I am using. Don't forget to like and share this video with others. So this private equity firm took over the business. This business had garnered over 15 million sales and had recently come under fire by customers who complained that the orders that they were putting in had failed to ship. So there was noise and there was complaints that the infrastructure was starting to crumble, that people were starting to lose faith in and support of UOMA Beauty because of the fact that they were having such problems with shipping and delivery and getting their products in the hands of customers. So retailers such as Walmart and also Harvey Nichols, which is another UK-based brand, had started putting UOMA products on clearance and started moving out their inventory. If anybody is in the beauty industry or knows about the beauty industry, one of the biggest telltale signs that a brand may be in trouble is when your retailers that you count on to help with distribution of your product, when that starts to fail, when that starts to crumble, you'll start to see kind of like a clearance on all things that they have, and especially their products going on mass sales is really kind of a telltale sign. That's also why we were kind of nervous when a lot of Pat McGrath's products started going on sale very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, she's actually finishing up her 30% off sale now. But I think in the case of Pat McGrath, she is okay because she is starting to build up their infrastructure a little bit more. We'll go back to that one in a second as well. But one of the things that UOMA Beauty had done was they started not to be able to deliver to these big retailers. MacArthur Beauty is an offshoot of MacArthur Companies, and historically they specialize deals on real estate, pharmaceuticals, cannabis. So UOMA Beauty is the first beauty brand that they have acquired. Um, the acquisition is co-founded by Brain Trust, which is owned by Kendra Braxton Ferguson, and she sits on the UOMA Beauty brand board, and she will actually stay on as an investor. And other partners, including Unilever Ventures, are no longer involved in UOMA Beauty. And that's big because, as you know, Unilever is a huge conglomerate and they have a lot of beauty brands in the pipeline. So for them to kind of pull out, it signals to me that there's something very wrong with the infrastructure of UOMA Beauty, so much so that they, as a major conglomerate, felt that they should no longer be associated with what is going on with the brand. So the first order of business from the company's managing partner, Todd Boren of MacArthur Beauty, MacArthur Companies, is they said that they saw the opportunity to acquire UOMA Beauty as a chance to save the company and to turn it completely around. They did not comment on Shutter's remarks, which I'm going to get to as well. But they said that their first order of business is going to be to stabilize the inventory and to make sure that they could refill the orders for their large customers, mainly their retailers that are still with them at the moment, and that their warehouses, which will also be retained by MacArthur, will be paid, because they're saying that they are owed money by UOMA Beauty. And if the warehouses are not paid, of course, that stalls distribution to the various retailers, because if the warehouse is not paid, they're not going to move your product for you, because why should they? They're not getting paid. So that was one of the main reasons why a lot of retailers have started to pull out and started to put whatever inventory they did have on clearance, because they wanted to move it out so that they could have that shelf space ready for other brands that they can bring in to replace UOMA Beauty. I'm gonna stop here, just see where we're at, and say hello to everybody. Hello, hello. I see a lot of people are coming in. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is crazy, right? It is crazy. Hey, hey, Jamie. Thanks for coming. Welcome in. Yeah. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yes. Yep. Yep. But again, if you don't have that infrastructure in place to have a operations manager who is managing that business and saying, hey, raising the red flags, our warehouses are due money. Why aren't they being paid? We'll dive into each of those things in a moment. Yeah, it's also on the runway. Yep. 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 Absolutely. Very true. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have a brand that is constantly delivering to you inventory when you ask for it, they're going to use that space for someone else. It's business. Exactly. Yep. Same thing happened with a lot of brands, not just um, money. Yeah, great. Thanks for coming. All right, let's get back to what we are talking about. So again, it's funny that one of the things that they were quoted as saying, MacArthur Beauty, is that they want to regain customers' trust. How can we trust a brand, a company that would take this brand from this woman in what is tantamount to a hostile takeover? Because you'll find out that Sharon, 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒 Beauty's creator and founder, didn't even realize that they had taken over the business. She didn't even realize that. So they didn't even give her so much as a courtesy that this was happening, according to her. So they said their first order of business is to stabilize the inventory, and make sure that they could refill these orders and retain the customer's trust. Retaining their trust is a priority. They say that there are customers who say that they never received their orders, and those people will be made whole. And the warehouses that are owed money by 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒 Beauty will also be made whole. Boring continued to say that no one will be left high and dry, and that the previous team that was in place have already largely departed, and that a new chief executive and chief operating officer will be appointed. UOMA says that the brand's lower tier diffusion line, which was exclusive to Walmart, called UOMA by Sharon C., is unlikely to continue, as the products were too similar to UOMA's core offerings. So back in June of last year, Sharon had posted the following on her Instagram. She wrote, and this was in part to the Little Mermaid premiere, and the fact Bailey had done her entire makeup using the brand. She says, my 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒 Beauty Stay Woke Concealer created the base for the history-making, record-breaking blockbuster, The Little Mermaid, starring the incredibly beautiful Halle Bailey. If you want complexion perfection, you gotta hit up Sharon C. She says, despite all the hate, including over 10,000 fake one-star reviews, it has surpassed the 250 million in box office in its first week. She's talking about, again, The Little Mermaid. To think one of my creations could be a part of such a moment in history is beyond my wildest dreams. I grew up watching The Little Mermaid and sang along to all of the songs, especially Under the Sea. Now a new generation of little girls, boys, and binary kids will grow up with a new idea of what is possible. This is an incredible moment for my community, for equity, for creating a world for all and rewriting a better path forward. To have been included organically, wow, my little 4-year-old brand is now a part of a mainstream conversation effortlessly. Doing the collab with Coming to America was a dream come true, and to have this happen as well, I'm blessed. When I launched 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒 Beauty, Vogue did an article on the brand a month before the launch. I was characterized as an African elite who is selling the controversial idea of Afropoliticism. The message was also called performative. The brand called Post-Inclusive. That article has not aged well. This concealer has received a lot of hate from the usual suspects, but the moral of the story is, guys, stay consistent, stay on course. Do not look to others, regardless of industry authority, to believe in your dreams. Stay on it until your critics become your allies. Much love to Vogue magazine, from skeptic to ally. This was not a reflection on the writer, but simply where the collective thinking was at the time I came onto the scene. Vogue has since become supportive of our message, and we've had fruitful partnerships with various publications. Thank you, Cat Creative, for this mermaid core vision. So since that time, as I said, a lot of things have happened to the brand. So they stopped production on all of her products. The website that she has now since closed down. If you want to get UOMA Beauty products, good luck, because you're going to have a hard time finding them on the shelves, as most of the retailers that I named at the beginning have now since depleted their inventory or are likely to deplete their inventory. And so selections that are available now are going to be very, very sparse and few between. I feel sad for her because she said that she was not aware that this has happened, and she is going to challenge the acquisition of her brand. I don't know if she will be able to do that without having a unlimited amount of resources at her disposal. I don't think that this is going to be a brand that can be saved in terms of reputation. I think a lot of the damage has already been done in terms of people's opinion about the brand and about Sharon as a business owner. I am cautiously hopeful that this will turn around, but in all likelihood, it may not. It may not. And as I said, this is unfolding and more news is coming. I will certainly keep you all posted on what is happening with this brand and what is happening with its founder, Sharon. But from my perspective, here's a couple of things that I think if you are planning a beauty business, you need to kind of keep in the back of your mind. Even if you're planning a business, if you are a Black-owned content creator and you want to, or a person of color, or anyone in business, I think one of the first things you need to do is really educate yourself about the business that you are undertaking. That is part of the reason why I started moving more into beauty news and reviews and things like this when I come on to my platform to really educate you all, because my background is in marketing. And if you are a marketer, the product that you're marketing really doesn't matter, whether it is a coffee cup or coffee in the coffee cup or lipstick or myself. It is all a product. And how you market that product is crucial. And having people around to guide you, to teach you in many cases, to give you kind of the latest updates in real time is important. I don't care what it is that you do for a living, the importance of having a group, or even two, or even one individual that you can count on to tell your deepest, darkest dreams, secrets, fears, hopes, aspirations, and then you two working as a team to unfold these things and make them happen is crucial. One of the key things that I wanted you all to be aware of, and Sharon herself said this, is she did not have a co-founder. She did not have a partner. She did not have someone that she can rely on to get these things done for her. And when things started to fail, if you are the only one who is tasked to do this, yes, you're going to burn out. There are things that are not going to be catched because no one person can catch it all. So that's why it is important to have people who you can rely on and that you trust to help you with your brand. She did not have that. She had people that she employed, but again, those are people that are being paid. What I'm talking about is beyond that. These are people that you trust with your whole heart. They may not necessarily have worked with you before, they may be in your life, but when you think about those people who are good at what they do, you tap them for their expertise and you rely on them to help you with this project, with this brand, with the building of the infrastructure, so that things, when distribution fails, you need to have a partner who is good at distribution, who understands the game, who understands the ins and outs, who understands that a part of the funds, the revenue that you take in, that has to be delineated. And a lot of businesses fail because they fail to plan for these things. One of the things that, like I said, I do in my real life is, like I said, I'm a marketer, and I've worked for tons of advertising agencies. I've worked for big, large advertising agencies. I've worked for small agencies. One of the reasons why small agencies fail is that they fail to plan for contingencies. What if that client doesn't come in? What if we lose a client? What if plans shift and they have to take money out? One of the things that happens when those things arise is they look to their overhead. But if they had planned for that contingency, they don't have to look at overhead as the resolve for those issues. One of the things that I say that really I love about this person in my life is that he also is a realist, right? And sometimes, you get in your head, you're all all these ideas, these pie in the sky ideas, and you think about this and you think about that and you think about this and you think about that. And he always says, well, what if that doesn't happen? What if you lose your job? What if this happens? What if that happens? And a lot of people say, "Oh no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to really, like, throw my heels in this, and I'm going to really, grind it out." That's not going to happen. But the reality is, things happen. Things always go wrong. If there is a system in place, Murphy will wreck it. Okay. And so you always have to have a fail safe, a fallback, a option B, a plan B. And sometimes plan C, plan D, plan E. And you always think that the worst is not going to happen, but guess what? The worst sometimes does happen. Hey, God's music. I see you in here. Thank you. Ah, Oh, I didn't know that. Gotta love Shannon's. Shannon's are so popular. Yeah, that is awesome, Lou. I didn't know that. Welcome in, God's Music. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, yeah. So she didn't have that. She didn't have someone in her corner that would have helped her plan for these types of things when they happen. Same with Pat McGrath. We started getting very, very nervous about Pat McGrath for the same reasons. What happened? Her inventory started to fail. We started seeing a lag time between when we order product from Pat McGrath and when we actually receive it. And then sometimes, as also in the case of the 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟𝕒𝕟𝕜𝕤, so and Natasha Denona. So it's not germane to just Black companies. It also happens to all of us. Natasha Denona came under fire when her products were being received and product was breaking. Shadows were being, just damaged in the process of delivering it to your home. What did she start doing? She started double packing, and I'm actually using a 𝕊𝕦𝕦𝕟𝕒𝕟𝕜𝕤 product right now, but I'm going to show you. Hang on. Luckily, it's just cardboard in my my garbage. So when I got this, and this is, by the way, the new My Dream palette that I've been putting on my eyes. I'm not finished yet. I just wanted to do the eyebrows. But this is a new My Dream palette that I ordered. It came in this packaging, right? Her standard packaging, but it also came in a cardboard box. So this is how Natasha has been packing her products that come from Natasha Denona. And also she started doing it for her retailers as well. So that if by any chance something gets jostled on the way to you, it is doubly protected by this cardboard box. And then it's also, again, packaged in their own packaging, whether it's a retailer or Natasha Denona. And so that has really helped her business, because one of the things that hurts your business is when you have to resupply inventory at cost. Now, there's always, and there should always be, a contingency for that, so that if somehow your package gets damaged on the way, you should also plan for that as you are planning for your inventory, and say, okay, I'm going to earmark X amount or X percentage of my products in case of damage on delivery, lost packaging, whatever that may be. So as a small business, of course, you don't want to do that, because again, that's going to be at cost and that's going to eat at your profit. But again, one of the big reasons why small businesses, big businesses, mid-sized businesses fail is because they do not plan for contingencies beyond their control. Sharon says exactly 100%. You got to plan for the failure too, that allows you to learn and do things better. Absolutely true. Sounds like Walmart. Yeah. Yeah. Walmart relies on overhead due to millions of dollars in loss prevention due to lack of security. We're going to talk about that in a second too, Sharon, because it's not just Walmart. I'm seeing this at CVS now, which I hadn't done at times. Like, I thought that they were kind of the last ones to do it, especially on products that I would never think would be subjected to loss prevention. But you bring up an interesting point that I want to dive into. Hey, my sissy, how are you? I was just at your husband's channel yesterday. He was doing an AI pick on his Invicta watch. I was like, go ahead, Trap. Tapping into that AI. I love it. Yes. Aw, I love when my sissies. It's so cold here. Listen, I don't want to hear about it's cold there, Sharon. It is snowing here. Okay, snowfall. It started yesterday, around 4 o'clock, and it stopped, and then it just started again. So yeah, unless you seeing snow, I don't want to know about it. Packaging is key. Yeah. So here's the thing. Oh, snowing and raining there? Yeah, no, we're just getting snow. We're just getting snow. So one of the things that I said kills businesses is not planning for these contingencies. And loss prevention is one of those things. So before I lose a thought, let me go in talking about the loss prevention. So I went into CVS recently to get, what do I need to get? Oh, Drano for my master bathroom. And it's in the section where laundry products are. And they are now putting alarms on laundry detergent, Downy, so the fabric softener, and a number of cleaning products, which I had never seen CVS do before. So I'm not sure what is going on in terms of loss prevention and what they have been experiencing, but I find that really odd that one, CVS is now putting alarms on this. And also, if you notice the pricing, it has also gone up. Now, I used to look to my local CVS and also sometimes Walgreens for those types of products because by and away they were cheaper than what I would see at my local supermarket. And now I am finding that they're almost comparable in price with like maybe nominal difference in variation of pricing. It's no longer like a go-to for, oh no. So I'm finished with my Kosas Brow Pop Nano. That's it. I'm done. I miss you. I'm gonna miss you. I'll have to get a new one. So see, this is why you always have to have a backup in preparation for contingencies. I finished my pencil and now I'm like, I need another pencil. Luckily, I have another. This one is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Brow Lift. But again, always look at what's going on at the retailer level because that will tell you what's going on in the world. So going back to what I was saying, I go to the CVS, they have alarms on the fabric softener, on the detergent, on cleaning products. The prices have gone up. I go to the supermarket. Of course, they can't control their inventory in the same way, but they have cameras everywhere. And also, their prices have gone up. So if you notice, a lot of the staple items, they are slowly but surely creeping up again. So how that relates to us, when their prices go up for these things, they hit the consumer for that adjustment. How it relates to the beauty world, same thing. When their cost to create these products goes up, and by and large, a lot of these makeup companies have been slowly increasing their prices. Here are a couple of examples. Hey, E-Money, welcome in. Thank you so much. So for example, I purchased this palette. Normally when I get Natasha Denona palettes in this size, they're like $25, same as Visearts. And I like it because for the most part, they're very portable. They're easy to take with you when you're traveling, or if you want to touch up on the go, you can throw them in your makeup bag and you can go. So I love these. Lately, and this started, I want to say mid 2022, they increased the prices of this palette. So it was once 25, now they're 27. Of course, you can still get it for 15% off by using my code. Links in the description box. But again, they're passing on that cost to now you, me, Joe Jane consumer, because their prices have now gone up for the production. So all this to say, again, this is something that is not germane to just household products or things like that. Makeup, same thing. The cost that they usually charge us is going up. Pat McGrath, same thing. My motherships, the black lacquer, beautiful motherships that we all come to know and love, originally $125 for those. They're now $128. And so, of course, they're not going to announce that. They're just going to quietly increase the cost and have you, Joe Jane consumer, pay that. But why is it? It's because whatever they are charged to create the products, which again is going to be much less than what we now have to pay. But a lot of these brands like Natasha Denona and like Pat McGrath, they manufacture their makeup in Italy. So if the cost to now make these products from these factories in Italy have gone up, maybe it costs more to get the products to make them. Maybe it costs more to export it out from Italy to the United States or wherever it needs to go. Who knows? But the fact remains, they have now raised their costs because their costs are now increasing. Or they want to increase their profit margin because of distribution. So those are the two main reasons why beauty companies increase their prices. Now, what does it say for the average person who may buy drugstore makeup, drugstore eye palettes, drugstore mascaras or lipsticks or what have you? You think you're not immune? They manufacture from the same places that a lot of these high-end brands manufacture from. But what they don't tell you is the differences between drugstore and higher end is in the ingredients, because again, to keep their costs lower than what you would get from a Natasha Denona palette is they have to use cheaper ingredients in order to give you those savings. So what you get in quality may not be the same as the quality that I get from a Natasha Denona palette, but you may get the same type of colors. Like these colors aren't just for Natasha, or they're not just for Pat McGrath. They make these at mass for everyone. But the difference between a Maybelline palette that looks like what I'm using right now for Natasha Denona is in the type of ingredients that they use. And one of the big things that really deter me from using drugstore is the fact that their ingredients are cheaper. So the blend may be different. But one of the biggest reasons why I use mostly high end or mid tier products is that I can go into a store and I can sample this. I can try it on my hand. I can try it on the inside of my wrist. I can even use their sample brushes or bring my own brushes. You didn't know you can do that. You can in a Sephora store. You can actually come in with your own brushes and try the samples. I don't, because again, some people like to touch it with their fingers. So I just touch it with my fingers and I use the inside of my wrist. I wash it off when I'm done. And then I go to the bathroom when I'm done swatching everything and clean my hands thoroughly with a cleanser. So that's one of the main reasons, because I'm a touchy feely. I like to experience the products before I buy it for the most part. But I can't do that with a drugstore product. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't use a lot of drugstore products. I do use some, like mascaras. Of course, my mascara primer, one of my favorites, from L'Oreal, is drugstore. But I like to really use my Sephora and other stores for my high-end needs. Awesome. Thank you so much. Shout out. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Literally all the laundry department is locked up at Walmart and makeup too. This is what I'm saying. It's a loss prevention mechanism, but it is also a how do I say this gently? It's also a deterrent from people, or a class of people, I should say. And you know what I'm saying when I'm not saying what I'm saying. Who they feel are the catalysts for loss prevention. Which I'm going to tell you right now is not even true. Is not even true. They may think that it is a certain race of people. And there are some, but if you go for the majority of people who are going to these stores, and it's not just drugstores, it's not just these department stores. If you go into a Sephora, you will find that the people who are actually on the floor have increased. And they now have loss prevention specialists who are dressed like this, just like I am, really plain, look plain Jane, look like I could be shopping. But in actuality, they are loss prevention specialists, and they are hired to blend in with the consumer crowd and are there to stop people from taking the product. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the wide variety of people who take it. If you look at the majority, they don't look like you and I at all. They don't. Thank you. Thank you. I got this from one of my sorority sisters. She actually, here's a good lesson in loss prevention and managing for contingencies. So she had did this for me, as well as this mirror, which is bigger, that she did for me to commemorate my silver star status. So she did this mirror and this mirror for me. When I first got it, this mirror was broken. And so she redid it. She redid it differently than when she did it the first time. I actually like it better, the second one. But the first one arrived broken, straight down the side, straight down here, straight across. And of course, I was devastated. And I didn't really even want to tell her, but I knew she was going to be watching my channel for me talking about it when I first got it. And so I didn't want her to see it broken and not know that actually it arrived broken. So I called her up and I told her. And of course, she was so apologetic and did another one for me, this one, so quickly, and sent it to me. And when she sent it to me, it was triple bubble wrap. It was very well preserved and arrived without any breakage. So I love that. But again, the cost for materials to do another mirror, to put all the rhinestones on it, to silk screen my face on it, that all takes time, right? And she had to build another one because of the fact that the one that she did for me arrived broken. So that's eating into her profit share. That's eating into her profits. So when you are building your business, again, going back to what I said in the beginning, you have to adjust for these contingencies because you never know what may happen. You never know. And that's one of the biggest things that I use all the colors, by the way, on here. Beautiful ballot. I'm going to go in depth. I'm actually thinking whether or not I want to do a short on it or do a sit down video like this, just going through it and going through the swatches and all of that stuff. Let me know in the comment section. Hit me up down here in the chat and let me know if you want me to do a sit down or a short. I'm trying to get more variety of content out to you all. So shorts, seems to be working a little bit. Yeah, it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting because, again, the people who support the most look like us, but the people who are hit with the most are us. And we have to, unfortunately, take the rap for those who don't do the right thing and steal and other things that are unethical. And the people who want to do the right things, they suffer for it. They suffer for it. It's not right. It's not right. And it's not fair. Hallelujah for backups. You got to have the contingency on the contingency. That part. Hello, Teresa. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to me, please do so. Hit that like button so others can come in and be aware of what we do over here at BrownGirlBella. But going back to the UOMA beauty story and how this is really a lesson for us all, whether you're in business now or thinking about going to business, whatever. Have an infrastructure. Have people who you can count on, who you can rely on, who you can trust to manage the things that your business is going to need. So if you know somebody who is great at marketing, hire them. And even if you can't afford, let's say you're starting your business and you can't really afford to pay people, a lot of people barter their services, right? So if, let's say, you wanted to hire me to do some marketing or put together a marketing plan for your business, but you are good at design, maybe we barter. So you design something for BrownGirlBella. BrownGirlBella helps you with marketing and advertising. It's a wash. So that's another way to kind of get your business infrastructure there, is to barter services with those who are a specialist in one particular area. They work on that for you and you work on something else for them. So that is a way to kind of combat the hit to your pocketbook, is to have somebody who can do that for you, or just have a person who can help you out in that endeavor. Yes, literally a huge jug. Yep. Oh, and Dove. Yep, Dove is under lock and key. Bounty is under lock and key. Tide has actually been under lock and key. Low key. They've been under key. Low key, high key. They've been kind of locked up for a minute now. Since we're talking about Natasha Denona, I figured I'd use her Natasha pencil. Very, very light. But this is what I like to do to kind of make it work. So I line fill it in. Again, this is a very light pencil, but when I'm putting something on, actually I'm gonna put a brown on. Let's do a YSL. It just makes the gloss that I put on pop a little bit more. So it tones down the deepness of the lip glass, because it's not really a lip gloss and it's not a lipstick. This is the new formula, Candy Glaze by YSL, that I got in my advent calendar during Bellamas. I got so many great products, by the way, from the Bellamas advent calendars. I've really been loving them. So you're going to see a lot of them featured upcoming on my lives and when I do like trying new products and stuff. So we're going to use the Givenchy Prism Libre to put an all over powder on my face. And I'm going to use number 6 today, because I felt like number 6 is not getting as much love as number 4. Number 4 gets a lot of love from me, but number 6, that cherry color in here, I love to just pump up my blush when I have a light blush and I put that powder on top of it. It just really helps it stand out a little bit more. And it gives such a nice flow. So I also did a play or pass, looking at the new releases of luxury makeup. That is on my channel now. I think I opened it up yesterday. On there, I have this beautiful Guerlain powder that is similar to these powders, but it's in the light formula. I am saying right now to Guerlain, if you're listening, I use your powders religiously. It's like one of my luxury staples. But I don't like when you do these limited releases in this new packaging and you don't include the deeper shades. So one of the things that I said I was going to be doing in 2024 is not supporting those brands who are not inclusive to people of deeper skin tones. So you're going to see me call out a lot of brands. This may get me in a lot of trouble, and I really don't care, because it's important to me that brands know that our money is just as powerful. Our dollar is just as powerful, if not more powerful than others. Because when it comes to setting the trends, setting the pace of what's new, what's now, what's next, which I always talk about, it is always people of color that kind of set the pace on what is going to be trending in the country, not just United States, but overseas as well. So one of the things that is trending, and that Pantone has decided that this is going to be the color of 2024, is that peachy color. It's almost like a salmon pinkish color, that really light peach. So what you're going to see in a lot of the new releases for 2024, especially in the beauty category, but also in fashion as well. You're going to see this a lot on the runways. I'm predicting it now because the Paris shows are going to be coming up next month. And this is going to be a thematic that you're going to see, is a lot of that peach and that light pink as a forerunner in fashion and beauty. So beauty has already started with their releases for the springtime. I am bombarded. There's so many things that look really, really nice, really, really nice. And I'm really excited to play with some of the new things that are coming in. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I forgot to do my mascara. Shame on me. So let's do that. Yeah, everything is under lock and key. Everything. You said Walgreens has soap, makeup, even some feminine products. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Um, so yeah. This is one of my favorite drugstore products, by the way, is my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. This is a step not a lot of people do on camera, but a lot of people use primer in their mascara. I like to use everything that I would normally use off camera on camera, because one, I like for people to see all the steps that I take in putting my look together, in case you want to duplicate those steps, or you see something that I'm using that you might want to use. That's the main reason why I do these. But also, and this is going bye-bye, my dark star. Don't worry, I have a backup for her. But my 6 months was over in December. So time to recycle. Oh, I think this might be done too. Yep, this is done too. So that's done. So I think I'm down to the ones that I can still use in my basket. I'm down to these three. The Lancome Idéal, which they're coming out with these eye blushers, which I also put in my play or pass looking at new products. They're doing these things that they're calling eye blushers. Right now, it's only available in the UK, but I suspect if it does well in the UK and it's a popular product, that they will release it in the United States as well. So it is touted as a blusher, which I'm thinking is very, very light. And it's probably going to be something that will give you not a whole lot of pigment, but a nice gentle wash of color on the eyes, which depending on the shades, and from what I saw, the shades were really light, almost pastel-like, but not quite, because I did see some taupe in there as well. But I think by and large, these shades are going to be very, very light. So it's supposed to give you a light wash of color on the lid, which for people who are not really handy when it comes to makeup or don't really like a heavy makeup look, even this may be too heavy for them, which I consider this my everyday, go to work, go to church, kind of look, easy breezy. And the reason why I'm wearing a scarf today, FYI, nobody asked me, why are you wearing a scarf, BrownGirlBella? I don't usually wear these things on camera. Is I'm actually going to work out today. So holidays are over and it's time for me to get back to working out. Because although I didn't gain a whole lot of weight over the holidays, your girl did eat some things. And so that midsection is starting to spread a little bit. And I can't be having Sharon talking about me. I can't have Sharon talking about me, talking about I need her services. I need to get on that doggone treadmill. I need to use my weights. And I need to stop eating a lot of junk and dairy and all the things that I know I shouldn't be eating, but I am. And I have, because I kind of cajoled myself into saying, well, it's the holidays. You want to eat desserts. You want to do this. You want to do that. And I sort of, gave myself a bunch of excuses for doing things I know I should not be doing. So I need to get back on that. So although I did do my face, I am going to work out after this. So I really need to get myself back, to where I know I'm supposed to be. And I know I'm not supposed to be carrying all this extraness. Plus, I plan on doing and taking some real vacation time this year. I played around. I did maybe 2 outings, maybe last year. Maybe I did 2 vacations. I think. I know I did one in July, but I think I did one before then. Yeah, I went to my sorority regional conference last year. So I did do, a couple of things, but I want to this year do a lot more, and I want to get rid of this stuff. I don't really make New Year's resolutions because I feel like once I make them, I break them because I'm not consistent enough to really do it. I feel like for me, it's not so much saying I'm going to do it, but just do it. I'm not I'm going to write down a list of resolutions and I'm going to stick to it and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No. So it's not that I made a resolution to work out, and it's not that, I'm telling you all so that, this is something that I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. That's how I started last time. And truth be told, I really do love working out once I'm consistent with it. And once I get into a rhythm, it's easy for me to commit to that. But to say it out loud and to, say, oh, I'm working out, that's not me. That's not me. But I felt like I had to tell you what I'm doing because I have this big orange scarf on my head. So I know people are like, well, why she got a scarf on her head? Because I'm working out. And we got to protect the edges. The edges are everything. The quality is everything for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all the same. I think you're talking about the makeup. So yeah, it's all the same. It's just the quality and the ingredients and what they put in it and the packaging versus your higher end. So your higher end may spend more on the packaging and design and making it look aesthetically pleasing, but it's the quality also that's in those products that makes it or breaks it for me. What kind of stores of full carts of food? Yeah, yeah. I wish my bestie was on here because she'll tell you about everybody walking out of her neighborhood supermarkets with food. Yeah, great idea. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ray of Sunshine. Welcome in, by the way. Yeah, bartering. Thank you, Lou. Oh, thank you. Glass. I don't know what you're talking about with glass. This is glass. I don't know what you're talking about though. Let me know what you're talking about, Ray. Yes. I felt pastels were going to be in again. Yeah, yeah, me too. Because I felt like they had their moment, but it didn't really catch fire like it's going to do this year. This year, it's definitely going to catch fire. Yeah, awesome. Guys, did you see that Pharrell has released his new, speaking of pastels, although it's not pastels, it's more primary colors in this collection, but trust and believe, I think he's going to have, well, he does have some yellow, but he's going to have a lot of pastels come his spring collection. But he released the collection that he did for Louis Vuitton. Let me tell you something. One of those bags, actually two of those bags, are on my luxury wish list. And that's another new segment that I'm going to be releasing soon. Is I'm going to be talking about those things that I may have seen in like maybe magazines or online, that I am like passionate about, and they're on my luxury dream list. And one of my stores did like a whole vision board event for the stores in the chapter. I had signed up to go, but I unfortunately couldn't go. But that's one of the things that I've never really, like, I've toyed with it, but I've never really done one in terms of like putting it all together and committing to it. But I have this thing that when I put things out there in the atmosphere and I want to claim it, it comes to me. It does come to me. So I'm hoping when I put out this list that these things will just come to me, that they will come and manifest themselves into my closet, because I'm so gaga. I'm like crazed over these things. And I want to share them with my babes. So I figured, let's play a game. Let's play, luxury wish list. If you had discretionary income and everything else in your life is paid and you just have all this excess money that you can spend on your heart's desire, whatever you want, whether it's travel or items or whatever it is, put it out there in the atmosphere. So we're going to start this, babes, for 2024. I'm going to start us off, but in the comment section, I want you to sound off. Maybe there's something that I put on my luxury wish list that you want on your luxury wish list. Maybe there are other things that you have seen that you wanted on your luxury wish list. I think we should all play in this game together. So hopefully you will join me in our luxury wish list as we tote the things that we want to bring in to our existence in 2024. And they could be anything. Maybe it's a dream trip. And trust me, there are some of those that are on my wish list as well. So yeah, let's bring that in. Sharon said Idol is so good. Literally my favorite mascara now. Yes. So here's the thing. You know, I love to try before I buy. And one of the things that, again, I love about shopping at a Sephora or an Ulta or, you know, other retailers that do these travel size products is that it gives me and allows me a chance to look at other products that I might not have on my radar. And this is something I've tried it like when it first came out and forgot about it. And what happened was I had bought something from Sephora, might be last year sometime. And as one of the free gifts, which I thought I was going to get through this channel without this program without dropping ish like a pigeon. But I did. My new BB cream. Sorry, guys. It's not my channel if I don't drop ish like a pigeon. It really isn't. Like I have to drop at least one thing in every live stream or it just didn't happen, right? So yes, I found this as one of my free gifts, which, as you know, Sephora gives you a chance to pick 2 free gifts. And so I picked this and something else. And so when I knew that my other mascaras were ending, I was like, okay, let me go into my stash and see which ones I want to rotate. And there's so many mascaras that I have in that top drawer that I have to rotate in. And so I was like, okay, first of the year, let's do all the minis. And so this was one of the minis that I pulled out. So this is the Tint Idol, and this is a glossy black. So it's going to give you like that blacky black. Like Rihanna says, that hella black. It gives you that hella black look. And you know, I like mascara wardrobing, or now it's called cocktailing. So these are the 3 that I use. So I use that, and then I use my YSL Lash Clash that I love. Like this gives me push up, volume, little bit of length, maybe even a little bit of separation if you're really slow with it as you drag from root to tip, which I do not suggest you take this brush and you know how some people wiggle all the way up. There are some brushes and some formulas that can handle that, like the Pat McGrath that I just threw out, that Dark Star mascara. You can wiggle that all the way up to the top and it's not going to clump. It's going to give you that volume. But with Lash Clash, you can't do that. You have to go straight from the root, straight up to the tip. And I work in sections. So I do the front section first, the inner corner, and then I do the center, and then I do the outer corner. All the way, start from all the way down at the root of your lash, go all the way up. One straight swoop. Now, when you want more definition, more separation, and you want a lash that looks like, you see how this lash is very wispy? These lashes are very wispy, and some are and some are separated. That's the 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟𝕜 Limitless Lash Mascara. Now, I had this at full size last year as well at the beginning of the year. And then when I had bought that, they also had this that you buy one and you get the travel size for free. And I figure, I'm going to do a lot of traveling. So let me get some travel sizes. So I got a bunch of travel sizes. So these 3 are just the ones that I'm doing for the first 3 months of the year. And then I'm going to rotate some others that I have. And then we're going to start with like the full sizes, because I want to kind of rotate and show you a lot of variation of mascaras, because I have a lot of them and I feel like I've only showed you guys a few. Yeah, so that's why. That's why. Yeah, you ain't gonna be calling me Fluffy, Sharon. I left a whole imprint the other day. Listen, I know that's right. You sure did. You sure did. Lip gloss. So yeah, this is one of the new glosses slash balms that I got in the YSL advent calendar, which was fabulous, by the way. Love it, love it, love it. This one is, of course, I can't read the names of it, but it's 121. So pretty. So pretty. I put like a light pencil underneath. So this is not really the true color. Here, let me swatch it for you. So you see the true color is like a fudgy brown. So that's the true color of it. And I love this formula. And to tell you the truth, you're going to see a lot of lip gloss, lip hybrids, lip balms that are hybrid on beauty shelves in 2024. That's going to be one of the trends to try. And I am going to be bringing those to you, not only as a Sunday Sips, which I did last year, but I'm also going to make them sit down videos as well, because a lot of people wanted to do the trends to try, but they didn't want to sit down for an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours that I'm on the live stream. So I'm going to make those into separate videos, and I'm also going to make some into shorts and go through each of the trends to try for 2024 and show you how those are going to be used. I'm doing 2 of them that I'm going to be doing a deeper dive on. One, again, is the lip, and the other is the mascara cocktailing. So I'm going to go through that in more details in a short and bring that to you as an offering. But thank you for noticing. Hey, boo. Nikki, baby. What's up? Everybody say hello to everybody. I love that. Hi, I am Betty. Hello. Yes, welcome in. Oh, awesome. I love Keisha. Welcome back, Betty. Yes, I know you do. I love it. Hope you dibble dabble more in this channel as well. All right, babes. One other thing I want to leave you with as we wrap up UOMA Beauty and our discussion on UOMA Beauty. We talked about having the infrastructure. We talked about having people that you trust, that are proven in the industry, that have the credentials that can help you with your business. But one of the things that I look at for my business, and why I haven't come out with my own kind of beauty line, is because you need someone who is experienced in R&D. And that's an area that I have not yet explored my connections to see. I have some ideas on who can help me with that. But when you're coming out with your own product, it is important, especially if you're in the beauty industry, to have someone who you can rely on to help you about what products will work, right? Because this is something that hopefully will have longevity, will have the opportunity to extend into other product extensions and product lines. And when I do it, I want to do it well. I want to have all of my ducks in a row. I want to have all of my information that I could possibly have, so that missteps and things like what has happened to 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒𝕟𝕜 Beauty, and this is not the first case of a beauty brand failing, a Black-owned beauty brand failing. But if you look at how the demise happened across the board, far and away, everything happened from the inside out, and from the inside, not having that firm infrastructure in place. That's how a lot of these things implode, because nobody has the resources, the know-with-all to really make things happen. Oh, thank you. Betty just gifted a membership. So if anyone is looking to join the Bella Brigade, now is your chance. Betty, thank you so much. Keisha got it. Awesome. Awesome. So let's do a thank you. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
We got a membership. Thank you so much, Keisha. Welcome to the Bella Brigade. Awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Way cool, Betty. Way cool. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, way cool. Awesome. Awesome. That was so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, babe. So I'm going to leave you with this. Know about the business that you want to get in, read up about it, learn from the masters. If you know someone or have an idea of someone that you want to maybe act as your mentor, because that's very important too. Having a mentor that either is knowledgeable about what you want to get into, or is one of those insider or industry leaders that you can count on. That's something that's important too. I have one of those. Have I leaned on her as much as I should? No, but in 2024, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, because I want BrownGirlBella to have a place, a foothold in beauty. I have a lot of things that I want to share, not only here with my community, my babes here, but I have a platform and a story to tell, and I'm going to start to do more of that in 2024. That's one of the things that I want to manifest out and bring into the fold in 2024. So we're going to talk about that as well very, very soon. But have that mentor in place, have that infrastructure in place, know the people that you can look to for guidance in those steps. And even if you don't have a person for every stage of your business, even having those core people, maybe that core 2 or 3 people in each of the major areas of your business or your brand, is going to be what helps you catapult your business forward. Hi, Miss Dalton. Welcome back. Welcome in. Stopping in before work. Awesome. Where are you heading off to today? Let us know. Yes, Keisha is a sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aw, that's so awesome. Yes, it is. Thank you so, so much for that, Betty. I so appreciate that. If one of my mods can please drop I am Betty J Gathers link in the stream. I don't usually do that, but I really want to thank her for doing that. That's so wonderful. And I love that. I love that idea of just giving to people. Red Eye, Seattle, and that. You know, Seattle is a place I've never been. I've never been to Seattle. And I've been to most of the states in the United States. I have not been to Seattle. Cities, I guess, because Seattle is part of a state, but I've never been to the city of Seattle, and I've never been to the state of Hawaii. So those are 2 places that I have not been yet. But you never know. You never know. 2024, we just starting. It could happen. It could absolutely happen. And I do have a friend who was born and raised in Seattle. So maybe one of those days that she's going back to Seattle, I'll just hop on a plane and meet her there and she can show me the city. Maybe let's put that in the atmosphere too. Thank you, Ray, for putting her link in. Thank you. Oh, you relocated? Okay, awesome. And Miss Dalton is another good one. I don't think she has a channel, but she travels a lot. So if anybody's looking for like travel destinations, when she's in here, definitely tap her when she has more time to talk to us about places she's been and like places to go in 2024. Maybe Miss Dalton, hit me on the side. Maybe we can do a Sunday Sips chat where I'm putting on makeup. If you want to come on camera and put on makeup too, that's cool. But if you want to just have your voice on and talk about the places we should look to go to in 2024, I think that'd be cool for our babes to do. So if you're interested, holla at me, girl. I'd love to have you on. All right, babes. So to wrap up, have your infrastructure together. Have that core group, 1, 2, 3 people that you can really look to in what you want to do to act as your mentors, act as your guide, act as your advocate, to put you in those spaces where you can grow and develop and learn your craft. So that's it for now. Lots of content coming. Lots of content already here on my channel. Please take a look at it. Let me know. I am still working on my microphone issues. For some reason, I now have my picture really, really crisp and clear, but for some reason, my mic is still having trouble. So I might need to get a new microphone. Hoping not to, because I do have 2 microphones already and I feel like they need to work and something needs to happen so that they work. But if I can't work through the problem, I am going to invest in another microphone because I really want to bring you quality videos in 2024. And in order to build my brand and to build this channel up, the quality needs to be there, the sound needs to be there, and the content needs to be there. And I think I have 3 out of those that I need to work on, but everything else is kind of clicking in terms of what I want to put out and the content there. So all that to say, more to come. Watch and please give this video a like, share it out to your friends, CFOs, to all you know. Let them know Brown Girl Bella is the place to be. I thank you for watching me today. Leave any comments about 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟 Beauty and what we talked about today in the comment section below. If you have any questions or if you have any comments about what we talked about, please leave them in the comment section. I read each and every comment. If I don't respond, I at least put a heart on it. And until next time, you have now been Bellafied. Love you all for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.